Scott, what that's a little far back, isn't it?
Yeah, we can go back.
That's fine. That's the field.
Somebody.
Y'all ready? You good? Y'all ready? Okay. My name is Tyler Dunman with the Montgomery County District Attorney's Office. I'm the Special Crimes Bureau Chief. And today we're having a press conference to kick off some DWI enforcement we're going to do here in Montgomery County this weekend and throughout the summer months. Just giving you kind of the layout of who you'll hear from today. You're first going to hear from a representative from Uber who is here in town in Montgomery County to talk about some initiatives they have. You'll also hear from Mothers Against Drunk Driving, just in a statement they have about this type of enforcement and how important it is. Next you'll hear from DPS Sergeant Eric Burse about some of the initiatives that DPS is doing here in Montgomery County this weekend throughout the summer. And finally you'll hear from our Sheriff Rand Henderson, who's going to talk to you about just a community effort to fight DWI. So with that, I'll turn it over to our Uber representative.
Honored to be here in the Woodlands representing Uber. I want to first thank the brave men and women of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office for all the work that they do in keeping our streets safe from drunk drivers. I think we can all agree that drunk driving is 100% preventable. Here in Houston and across the state, we work with our partners, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, to help encourage people to either get an Uber or have a designated driver. Our primary goal here is to ensure that people take personal responsibility and have all options available to them so they don't drive under the influence. Primarily, hopefully, they push a button and can get a ride. And to that end, starting Memorial Day, we're going to be offering $15 off for all first-time users here in Montgomery County. They can enter in the promo code MOCOSAFE into the app, MOCO SAFE, and it'll be ready to use. And working together, we're hoping that we can keep fatalities low, reduce fatalities, and get to zero this summer. Thank you.
Hi. Memorial Day weekend is a favorite time of year for many people. It kicks off summer with celebrations for prom, graduation, backyard barbecues, and parties. But it's also a dangerous time of year for our nation's roads. Mothers Against Drunk Driving urges motorists to stay safe, especially during a time of year where drunk driving deaths typically increase. MAD wants you to plan ahead and stay safe. There's so many options available today with apps like Uber, public transportation, taxis. In designating a non-drinking driver, there's no excuse for anyone to drink and drive. MAD supports law enforcement efforts with high visibility law enforcement to catch drunk drivers and prevent any others from drinking and driving. Everyone here today has one goal, and that goal is no more victims. Did you know every 2 minutes someone is injured in a drunk driving crash? We don't want that to be you. So if your Memorial Day weekend plans involves alcohol, please designate a non-drinking driver and always buckle up.
Texas Department of Public Safety will join other law enforcement agencies around the state of Texas for Memorial Day weekend, making sure that our roadways are safe. Here in the Montgomery County area, starting today, we will start with Operation Blackout. In the Montgomery County area, we have a large amount of fatalities, 60 or more. How many is too many? Is one. So we'll be doing our Operation Blackout starting today, ending Monday. We'll have every law enforcement officer along with DPS out on the Texas roadways, making sure that our roadways are safe. As we honor those who gave their lives to protect and serve our country, we're asking all the drivers to prevent senseless tragedies on the roadway this weekend. With your help, we can make it possible. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Sheriff Rand Henderson, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. Thank you all for being here today. DWI is our most preventable violent crime in Montgomery County. It's an effort that we have been trying to address for many years now. We've made some progress, but we have the unfortunate statistic of leading the state in DWI fatality crashes. It's something today that we're trying to address using what we refer to as a force multiplier option. We have a lot of agencies that we can work with and other government agencies that we have been working with for a long time, but it's a collaborative effort that we can do better with and we can do better using the resources such as Uber, such as the Bar Owners Association that exists here in Montgomery County to prevent over-serving. There are many government agencies that have been participating, and they will continue to participate, and most of that effort has been focused on enforcement. And that's not something that's going to stop, but we're going to try to focus more on prevention. And that Uber rideshare services or any other share services or taxi services exist need to be utilized, because this is a 100% preventable crime that occurs way too often here in Montgomery County. Part of the issues that we have here are that we are a very suburban county, and in some places urban. So we have people that drive long distances to get to bars. And once they get to bars, they drink more than maybe they plan to, then they drive home, and that's when the offense and sometimes the death occurs. So we want to try to prevent that at all costs using any methods that we possibly can. But I want you to rest assured that if you do choose to drink and drive, that we will be here on the enforcement end, and we will ensure your arrest and placement in the Montgomery County Jail, then a successful prosecution afterwards. Thank you very much for your time today. I think just our suburban nature, that we have roads that haven't caught up with our population growth, have a lot to do with it. We have tree-lined roads that make impacts more deadly. We have people that travel greater distances in order to get to bars. We're not a highly dense urban population that where you could walk to a bar or travel a very short distance. A lot of times it involves longer distance and sometimes freeway travel, and some dark, dim lit roads as well, that are sometimes hard to navigate when you're sober, much less when you've been drinking. So the area is ripe for problems should somebody drink and drive. So prevention is the number one, and enforcement will be a very strong number two that we'll never relent on. I believe that over-serving is a big reason that you'll see the higher blood alcohol concentration, which is a reason that I mentioned the Bar Owners Association being a group that was put together for just that very reason. So we're going to be working collaboratively with the bar owners to ensure that over-serving, which is a crime in and of itself, you can't serve an intoxicated person alcohol. So if somebody gets to the level of intoxication that they are, there's a business possibly, or a server possibly, that is culpable in the crime and possibly in a death. So yes, that is a true statement. I'll speak to that, Eric. You good?
Just to remind the public that this weekend, throughout the summer, we are increasing our no refusal efforts here at the DA's office. That means if you are driving intoxicated and you're arrested for DWI and you refuse to provide a sample, we will be getting a search warrant for your blood to take a sample in the prosecution against you. When you compare the cost of Uber, even $50 a night to Uber to wherever you're going, from your house to a bar or to a party, you compare that to the tens of thousands of dollars that it will cost you if you're arrested for DWI. It's a very easy, simple decision to make. So take advantage of the offer that Uber is making in Montgomery County this weekend, throughout this summer, for first-time users. Use it. Use it from your house. Don't wait till you get to the bar to try to come up with a plan to get home safe, because it won't work, and you end up killing yourself or killing someone else. So make sure that you have a plan. Make Uber part of that plan. And as the sheriff said, this is a community effort. We have over 15 agencies here involved as part of this. They're all going to devote resources and time and manpower to this issue. And so you don't want to meet one of them this weekend or throughout this summer. So have a plan. Enjoy Montgomery County. We have a great community, a lot of things to offer. Enjoy it, but make sure you get home safe. So that's all I have. That's all we have, unless there are any other questions. Okay, thank y'all very much. Already, I'm going to introduce Constable Cash, Precinct 1. He's going to talk about some Lake Conroe BWI enforcement this weekend throughout the summer.
Good morning. Montgomery County Precinct 1, along with our other law enforcement partners, including the state game wardens, will be out this weekend in full force enforcing the boating while intoxicated laws on Lake Conroe. We're also doing safety checks, courtesy safety checks before the boats enter the lake. And while they're on the water, there'll be numerous police enforcement on the lake. So we're going to try to make the lake as safe as possible. And one of the keys to that is getting the drunk drivers off the lake. So if you're going to be on the lake this weekend, please get a designated boat operator, as you would on the streets. Keep our streets and our lake safe. Precinct 1 and state game wardens will be out there, so please keep that in mind. If you're operating a boat on the lake, get a designated driver to operate the boat. Thank you.